Hi, welcome to Design It with Tammie Gibbs. I'm Tammie, and I'm kind of excited about today's video. I've been exploring because they just keep sprinkling in Artistly, that is, and we're on version 6. But Artistly keeps sprinkling in all these little things, and sometimes they don't come with a lot of hoopla, and sometimes they are very undervalued, underused, underutilized. Nobody can find them. So I've been digging around and just seeing, you know me, I like to push the limits of the platform, and so I'm always looking at ways to show you how to use the program you already have, or for you new folks that are just testing the waters and trying to see if Artistly might be for you. I think you're going to find that Artistly is so versatile. It is definitely worth your $150 or your $49 and then upgrade. You're going to want to upgrade. Anyway, let's jump into the video today. So, we're going to go into Create Design up here. We're going to see our two little robots here. We're going to be working in the Fast Designer. And what I'm going to do is we have a lot of conversation that goes on about coloring books and there are absolutely so many different ways. And I'm going to point a few out that you can do coloring books inside Artistly. Now, these are just the comment, like you can do a coloring page. It looks like this. You describe the coloring page. You can select how many you want, so you can do it that way. Okay. That way your prompt kind of generates like you want. Okay, you also can okay, so you've got your coloring there. You can go into AI Art Illustrator and you have a coloring page here. You put your prompt in. You choose how many that you want, up to 4, the aspect ratio. And down at the very bottom here, let me just show you because a lot of people say they can't find it. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom to get to the adult coloring page. And basically, it's just going to give you a little bit more detail, I believe. Whereas the one up here is more for children. So it's going to be probably bolder lines, that sort of thing. So you have the two different settings. Okay. Now, let me draw your attention to a feature that I had overlooked. It's under the AI Design Assistance, and I believe it's fairly new because it's down here right beside this character sheet that's new also. All of these, the Colorify pages, I haven't explored that one yet, but this photo to coloring page. Now, just because it says photo doesn't mean you have to use a photograph. So let me just show you how to do it. You're going to browse your images, or you're going to choose from your library. I'm going to do the choose from library. No. Okay. So I am going to do the browse feature, and I am going to go down here to this image right here. Well, that's not it. Hang on just a second. This image. If you watched my video that I did yesterday, and that would have been 9/29, you would have seen all the cute little products, and I'm going to show you those as well. But we're going to take this image because I made some other mock-ups for some different products in the party segment. And so I'm going to show you how easy it is to take your images. Okay, so let's just say you are a party invitation slash party, all of the different things like your cupcake toppers and your treat bag toppers and all of those different water bottle things. Okay, so you do a whole suite of things. Okay, so now thinking outside of the box, why not do like a coloring sheet for your packages, your bundles, and then give them something that they can pass out or give or do with crayons, give it as part of their favors, throw it into your bundle or add it as a bonus to when people are buying your invitation or whatever. So there's lots of ways to market that and use it. I'm just going to make this one like an 8.5 by 11, the portrait size. So that's not necessarily 8.5 by 11, but it is the portrait size. So we're just going to generate these, and these you do have to do one at a time, but that's fine because that's probably what you're going to be doing with them anyway. So it's not going to be a big deal. So we're going to convert our image into a cute little coloring page, and then I'm going to pop over into Canva and show you how you can utilize that. So now we have our little dinosaur here. We're going to download it. I'm going to pop over here, and we're just going to I'm going to do a sheet here, upload that file, which I'd actually already tested. But then I'm going to show you how you can do this and turn it into a product really quickly. So you've got your coloring page, you have one sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper that the mom can print out or whatever. And then you can basically just say, add a little something and do thank you for coming to my party. And we can coming to my party. Okay, we're just going to pull this down here. Very simple, simple, simple. We're going to take this though. We're going to highlight it. We're going to go over to effects. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make it hollow. And then now they can color that as well. We can make it, a little bit bigger. And then they can color in that as well. You could also put the kid's name, like happy birthday, like up here. You could make this a little bit smaller and say, copy this and just put Andrew is 2 or Andrew is 5. Like that. So, I mean, you can play with like what you actually put on there, but now you can, so you could do this as a template so that they can personalize it, or you can just do a thank you for coming to my party, and then they don't have to do anything to it. They just take that image and print it out, which is really cool. What else could they do? They could take this and they could basically turn it into, I mean, you could even do a color your own invitation. You could do the whole invitation like this. You could design an invitation and let's just show you. Duplicate the page and, basically you could just, say you're invited to Andrew's 5th birthday party. Again, turn that into, make it hollow so it can be done. So with something like this, you would need to make it like two-sided, where you put the information on the other side of when and where the party was going to be. But this is just a cute way to think outside the box. I don't know of anybody. I don't think I've seen any color. Maybe I need to be one of the first ones, or maybe you'll be one of the first ones that do a invitation that the kids can color. You send it out and then they can color it, and you could even put something on there like on the back of it that says color in this invitation and bring it to the party for a prize. That would be a really cool thing. And then just have the mom could have some little teeny prizes that when they bring their invitation back and show it to everybody, colored in, then that would just be something that would make the invitation kind of interactive. Y'all can use that idea. I don't mind. I'm probably going to use it for myself in my store too, but we may be some of the only ones using that. But anyway, so I think that's a really cool idea. So you can imagine it. You could do it for anything. You could use my theme book, theme playbook, and you could gather up all kinds of, I mean, there's just so many different things you could do. You could do construction, whatever theme your party was, superheroes, and you could do these for the younger children that might would be fun for. So princess, with a castle and everything. But you can literally make all this match. So basically we've got these, you see here where we've got the mock-ups where we used this, sorry about that. We've got the dinosaur used here with our little bottles. Baby, shh. Okay, so see, you can see all of the different little items that I had created and worked with yesterday in the other previous video. There was even this little card that I did, and I just have a lot of different items that I had used that image with. So that shows you how you could just coordinate that, and you could do the little invitation. You could do the thank you for coming to my party. You could also, you could sell the image alone, like separate, so that they could use it to create all sorts of little things, little coloring books or little whatever things that they wanted to do, little coloring things. So anyway, let's pop back in so I can show you some more. Okay, so I wanted to see if and this is from my steampunk collection, and I was able to duplicate my clip art. So you want to go back into your clip art, and you want to check out the themes playbook, check out some other, things, get ideas on how to use those images, how you could incorporate them. So these would be really cute, even little postcards, even like this, like you could do little coloring cards or whatever. I wanted to see because, and I'll just kind of pop over here, Amazon. So that I can kind of show you. So this is my first book that was the best-selling time travel romance that I had done, and it's available on Amazon. So I wanted to see if I could turn that into a coloring sheet just for the heck of it, because I'm trying to think of different ways. There may be some authors that would like to convert their book covers into some coloring art now that it's popular for adults to be coloring too. Just a thought. So anyway, so I tried it with the feature that I was showing you, the convert the photo to coloring page. Okay. And I didn't really like the results. They were it was okay. It basically converted it to this. So then I was like, okay, so where do I need to go if I want to do something like that? Just now that we're on the subject of coloring pages, marketing, and digital products that we can do with those coloring pages. So I went over to the AI Design Assistants and went into the Human Stylizer. I pulled in my image, and let me go so I'll know exactly how I did it. Okay, so let me go. I'm going to open another session and go over to this. Here, I'm going to just convert this image into a coloring page, maintain the image itself, and use a midline a medium, I'm going to say medium line basis for it because I wanted it to have sort of a, not a really fine, but a medium. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here. We've got it all uploaded, and I'm going to paste this, and then I'm just going to say medium instead of mid. And since it's already in the portrait, I'm just going to leave the aspect ratio the way it is, and that worked before. And we got a really, this actually did, when I changed that to the medium instead of just saying mid on there, it did. It gave me pretty close to the same because I was really trying to convert the image I already had in a way that would be representative. And I think it did a fair job. I'm not hating it. I really think that a lot of possibility is in this party market to do this and be able to include these images, uh, either already in a product or as the image itself, so that they can make their own products. So you can determine which way that you want to go with that. But let's think about some different ways that we can use this. So okay, let's think outside of the box now. Let's think about the businesses in our community and how being able to do this would be really cool. Perhaps you have a local restaurant that has a mascot and you could convert an image of that um, character. I'm trying to think of one that would be really good. Oh, our company, my real estate company, has a mascot that's a house shape. We call him Housey. And I don't know that I can get to that image right off the bat, but I think I might can. Let me just see if I can get over there to that. Okay, so I have located that image. I took just a tiny little break from you guys, went and found an image, and I'm going to show you now how we can take and do that. So we're going to go back to the AI Design Assistants. We're going to go to the photo to coloring page. I'm going to find, this is Housey, and he has our little sign on here, which we're going to change the aspect ratio to that portrait size, and we're going to generate the image now. And hopefully we're going to get a cute little coloring page, which I'm going to show you different ways you can use this because, sorry. Okay, so here is our image. I'm going to download it and show you how we can clean it up a little bit to create a product that you can then market locally. You could probably go and any type of business that has their own um, mascot or something recognizable that would also be fun for kids to view. A lot of towns have a mascot. I know I'm from Vidalia, Georgia, and we have Yum Yum. Now you would have to get, if I were going to do that, it would have to be through the official channels to be able to use that to make a coloring book or whatever. You'd have to be in line with the trademark, of course. But if you're doing it for the company that owns the trademark or the copyright or trademark, basically, with these costumes or their mascots. Another thing would be the schools. You know, if you went to the schools and said, hey, I could put together a safety coloring book for your younger grades, that you could print out or do whatever and convert your school mascot, in there. So that's just another different way that you can use it. So we're going to upload that image. And for some reason it did not download, I don't think. So let's do it again. There we go. Okay. Well, let's see. I do not know why it is not showing up. Hang on. There we go. Okay, there it is. And I'm also going to download this image too. So let's do it this way. This is the original image. And I'm going to download our cartoon now. And just so you can see them side by side, pop them right here beside each other, and you can see it did a very good representation of that image. Okay, but what I want to do now, and there's two different ways you can remove it before or after. I'm actually going to take and try to remove the background. Okay, so that's not going to work. So we're going to actually have to remove the background first. So what I'm going to do is remove the background. Okay, so if I just want this image, then I will end up removing the background first, and then I could do away with the background here. I'm not going to do that because I think you know the steps. You just remove your background first, pull it into this feature, the photo coloring page, and then with the background removed, you'd only have that. I'm going to leave it for the sake of time. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to pull it right here. Whoops, pulled it to the wrong place. Let's back up. Go back over here. Go here. There we go. My, it's just giving me a fit. I'm not sure. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to copy the thing. Sometimes technology just does not work like it is supposed to. And I could have just made it easy on myself, but I didn't. So this would be a way to perhaps, you could even do sort of a demo and show them what it would look like, grab a page off of their Facebook. You can't use it for anything else, but they probably wouldn't mind if you did or even went and told them and said, hey, give me a couple of images. I will create these for you. And then you can pass them out. I mean, real estate company, this would be a really cute giveaway. It has the phone number, has the website and everything. So it would be a really cool, give if a person comes in with a child, give them that and give them a coloring crayon. Have a pack of crayons and you just give them a crayon to go with it to take with them. This is that outside of the box thinking, that creative thinking with all of your digital products and things on how you can bridge that gap between your digital and your physical products so that you could sell them the images that you create, and use of those images for a higher price to customize these things for them, or you could do them and physically print them out or do whatever you want to do based on the allotment of time that you want to devote to it. But there are plenty of opportunities that are not on the internet that you can sell your products, and that just helps to give you an additional stream of income. So anyway, but this has been really fun to work with, and I've got so many different I'm going to go over to some of my images that are over under advanced. I'm just going to go here. And let's just go to here. And I'm just going to go, let's see, I've got some little ballerinas here that are really cute. So let's just say I want to use this image. I'm going to export it as a PNG. And then I'm going to pop it over here. And so look at all of your images that you've created for different packs. And you don't necessarily now have to create your yes. Now, if you want to do one really fast and you just want to type in a prompt and you want to get 10 images or whatever, use the book creator or whatever. But if you want to really put together a very creative and thoughtful coloring book or something to that effect, then this is it's more steps, but the end product you're going to have more control over. So let's just go right here and grab my bunny and see how I'm not sure because it's got this black here. I wanted to give an example. I've not done one like this, but I'm trying to show you potential issues. Sometimes when you have all this darkness right here, the black, I'm not sure how it's going to treat this because I haven't done it this way, but we're going to generate it and see if it does it the way it should, where that it would be where you could color in the color of the dress rather than showing the shaded. So it's just a test. I do try to think of all these things that you may encounter so that I can help you work through them in the event that that presents a problem. Did perfectly. There's no shading. This is a perfect little image here. So, now I'm going to have to make a lot of coloring books because I have some really beautiful images that would make great color. This would make a great little cute little coloring book. It really would. Perfectly. Now, something else that I didn't even realize it's doing, but it's also giving you a prompt. So if we take that prompt and we want to pull it, because we're doing by an image, we're not doing by the prompt. So it's very interesting, and I'll be interesting to see what sort of image taking that prompt from our image creates, because that may also give us an entirely different use for that particular. Now look at that. That's actually cute. It's not the image we had, but it actually gave us a prompt that created another very cute little image. So thank you for watching the video, and I want to remind you about the AI Artist Playbooks. They're what I have been using to do this video and do the create the prompts with, and they have tons of different word banks, phrase banks, textures, all the things you need to create your own unique prompts and elevate your prompting and your image creation with AI. You can purchase those on Etsy and on Gumroad. If you are in the EU, you will have to purchase through Gumroad, and I do currently have a discount coupon, and it's summer 50. And if you're buying through Etsy, the discounted prices will already, if there's a current sale, be applied to, and there'll be a sale price. You don't have to use a code. And as far as the playbooks go, the Junk Journal edition is only available on Gumroad. It's not available on Etsy anymore. And so if you don't have Artistly and you've just been watching the videos and you like what you see, there's no time like the present to jump right in. You'll have a lot of fun with it. There are many, many different creators inside Artistly. So, my videos sometimes cover one, sometimes they cover multiple designers inside Artistly. But if you're thinking about buying it, I would appreciate it if you'd use my affiliate link. It's located down in the description, and it does not cost you anything more to use it. You can even use the coupon codes that the company releases occasionally floating around out there. I think they do have a 10% or something going right now, but it may be more. I don't know when you're watching this. So check around and see if there's a coupon code you can apply, and you can help me out and save some money too. I have a Facebook group that is free to join, and I also have a weekly newsletter that is also free to get, and it just has lots of ideas on how to create, how to market your products, all those sort of neat digital product creator things. So that information and those links are also in the description. So you're welcome to join those. I even have a VIP program for anybody. Well, not program. It's a group. It's a Facebook group, but it is a VIP. So once you purchase, then you qualify to belong to that group if you'd like to join it. If you have any trouble making the link is actually in the Playbooks. So for that VIP group, or if for some reason you can't find it, just send me a message or a comment or something, and I will help you find out how to get into that group if you've purchased one of the Playbooks. And until next time, happy creating. This has been a really fun video.